If you listen to SA hip hop, then the name J Molley is no stranger to you. From having songs with some of the most biggest names in the industry at just a young age, J Molley has certainly made his mark on the rap game. But after going at it for almost a decade now, his career seems to have suffered from a huge fall off, which led to him also fading away from the spotlight. Well, until recently.
So earlier this week, on the 31st of May, rapper J Molley went live on Instagram attempting to kill himself. So
it's a touchy subject, but it's one whereby I still feel like it deserves a deeper dive, as I only see this as nothing more than just a publicity stunt. And here's why. J.C. Molley, or better known as J Molley, is a South African rapper, singer, and songwriter who was born on the 17th of September in the year 1998. While growing up in Pretoria, then later moving to Johannesburg, the city of gold.
I'm from Pretoria originally, but I've been residing in Johannesburg for the last 6 months.
J Molley has stated that his upbringing was marked by significant challenges, including him growing up in poverty. But things start to get a bit confusing when you realize that the man's Pretoria home is located in Centurion. I hope I'm saying that right. And when you Google what the place is known for, Google clearly states that the place has one of the largest shopping centers in South Africa, the Mall of Africa. And when you go to the images tab on Google to check what the place looks like, you are quickly greeted by the most beautiful locations in Africa. But maybe you can still say that J Molley grew up on the worst part of town. He didn't live like the other kids in that area. However, it gets more complicated when you also hear that J Molley was homeschooled.
What school you went to? I was homeschooled. Oh, okay. I see.
So I'm not really sure how poor J Molley was, cause damn man, I grew up poor, but I ain't never been homeschooled. I hated waking up every day and having to go to school, but seemed like my parents had a second option, but they just did me dirty. Anyway, let's get back to Molley. He actually stated that being homeschooled helped him shape his independent thinking, but I suggest you take that with a grain of salt, dear viewer, or a spoon even, because J Molley is far from being an independent thinker, well, let alone just a thinker in general.
So you must be pretty smart.
In the year 2016, J Molley created an account on Instagram, and although during the time of this recording, I couldn't find any verified J Molley Instagram account, but what's important for you to know is that when J Molley was between the ages 16 and 17,
Two of my friends, we started a group called Treehouse.
his role in the group was being the three rappers photographer, but that would quickly change in just a month later of working with the guys, when they finally decided that J Molley should also start rapping too. But at the time, J Molley had already amassed a huge following on Instagram. Well, see, people thought J Molley's pictures were actually cool, so he actually got a bunch of followers following him before all this music shit. So yeah, at first the future new wave leader was just against the whole rapping idea, but when the other members of the group kept on insisting that J Molley should start rapping too, he instead chose to sing, since it's something he's been doing since a very young age.
Ever since I was a kid, I've always wanted to start singing because I always knew I could kind of sing, but I never actually took it seriously or thought I'd actually do it. And my friends were like, yo, you should try this. And I'm just like, alright, cool.
So like any other kid during the year 2016 to 2017, he discovered auto-tune, and that led to him becoming a SoundCloud rapper. And due to the already fan base he already had on Instagram at the time, J Molley's first song on SoundCloud would actually rack in 10,000 plays in just a month after its release.
I dropped my first song, my first single song on SoundCloud, and I got 10,000 plays in a month.
From a very young age, J Molley seems to know the ins and outs of the internet, and now he was finally using it to break into the hip-hop music. An 18-year-old J Molley didn't have to wait for radios or TV to start playing his music in order for him to get recognition. The man had the power of SoundCloud, something that would later lead to him being named the leader of the new wave, which at the time meant that a bunch of young kids were uploading their music or whatever they created on the internet, with J Molley being inspired by the American music culture, specifically the SoundCloud era. It was only right for him to upload music on SoundCloud like the likes of Lil Yachty, Playboy Cardi, XXXTentacion, or whatever rappers he listened to. J Molley would state that for him, music wasn't just about the songs, as the fashion, and mosh pit were also very much parts of the culture. So even though mainstream was taking its time to notice J Molley, towards the end of the year 2016, DJ Capital would finally hit J Molley up on Twitter, an interaction that resulted in J Molley appearing on the DJ's single named On Me, which featured the likes of Gigi Lamaine. But that's not all. DJ Capital will also put J Molley on a song with the legendary beatmaker Zuchi Coke Dope and rapper Frank Casino. So basically DJ Capital took J Molley's career from being another SoundCloud rapper on the internet to being an actual rapper who was now collaborating with industry giants such as Emtee, Costa Teach, and Ricky Rick, to name a few. And Emtee is pretty much important in today's story because while J Molley would spend time on the road doing shows instead of grinding in the studio for more hits. And before you say anything, yeah, rappers sure made their money by doing gigs, but for J Molley this meant that he was slowly declining in the music charts, and fans were quickly forgetting about his music. And with him never signing to a record label, instead choosing to sign a management deal with the creative team never broke. It meant that J Molley had no bosses backing at him to release more music, and this meant that J Molley spent years without releasing music, and fans only saw him on features sometimes. For a man like Emtee, who was constantly dropping music and doing almost everything to keep his name relevant, even losing his respect. If you want to know more about that, I got a video on why hip-hop doesn't respect Emtee anymore. Check that out when you're done with this one, of course. Keeping a friend like J Molley was kinda hard because J Molley would just come by Emtee's house with some weed and tell him, yo, let's record a bunch of songs, and that really kept J Molley's name relevant throughout the years because he didn't just do that to Emtee. Oh, I'm kidding about the whole weed thing, but J Molley was actually asking for features from other rappers. That's how he was relevant. That's all I'm trying to tell you. They are his friends and he was just using them, but that doesn't matter. Let's go to the next chapter. J Molley kept his name on the charts by getting features from the hottest artists at the time. His booking, on the other hand, were declining rapidly as show organizers didn't see a need to book J Molley anymore. The man who was once handpicked by Sway to freestyle on Sway's cold cyphers was now only making his money on the internet, and sadly this time it wasn't with his music. The almost career dead J Molley was now scamming the last of his fan base.
Yo, what up guys, AIP is back in the building, and in today's video I'll be telling you guys how J Molley scammed me.
Well, it would turn out that J Molley wasn't just a rapper but a drug dealer too.
Now in the month of April, J Molley posted a story pretty much asking people, yo, who needs help? I can help you out, I can put you on, you know, if you down bad right now, hit me up and I'll let you know how I can help you. Now obviously a dude like me, right, who isn't really rich or doesn't have money like that, thought, wow, this is a great opportunity for me to change my financial situation. But at the same time, I didn't just want to give my money to someone without really understanding the whole operation. So now I DM him to find out how this whole thing works, right, and how I could actually make money in this whole conundrum. And then he tells me that nah, I sell lean to people overseas, they pay him in dollars, and then he receives his profit.
J Molley was buying a bucket load of lean and then reselling it overseas for almost 10 times the price. He was asking his fans to invest in his drug operation, then promising them life-changing profits, thousands and thousands of rands.
Told me that now if I holler him 1.5 thousand rand, he can flip it for me and I can get what, 4,000 rand by the end of the week.
It sure sounded like a scam, right? Well, with him using his status as a celebrity, J Molley would convince his victims that he was too rich to be out here scamming people.
He's telling me, nah bro, I won't scam you bro, like bro, 1.5 is too small of money to just scam as a person with, you know, if I really wanted to scam you, I'd scam you of more money. And as he's saying these things, bro, like it's all making sense. Like, why would you want to scam me of such small money, bro? And he's saying like, yeah, I'm a celebrity, bro. Like, why would I scam you, bro? Like, it doesn't make sense on his end.
Like he was helping them, helping his poor fans make some money online, and in this case it was practically free money for them. But as soon as fans would send him the cash, he would start delaying the process of paying them back by continuously telling them that it's still gonna take a little bit more time to get back their investment.
Start hitting him up like, yo, where's the money at? Hey, saying, nah, this guy is delaying, like he'll pay soon, bro. I'm like, huh?
He shamelessly had the guts to go back and ask for more money, justifying his actions by making it seem like he was just making sure that his fans got more money from the drug deal. And then when fans actually trusted him with their hard-earned money, J Molley would then shamelessly ignore their messages.
So now we keep waiting, or I keep waiting, and then I realized that nah man, it's been 3 days, there's no money coming into my account. So I hit him up again, and now he starts really bombing me, bro. And then he's like, nah, I'll call you on like a random day, and then he doesn't call me. I'm like, bro, what's going on right here, man? Like, this guy's not really being like an honest guy right now, you know. So then the days continue, and then it starts to sink in my head that yo, this guy really just scammed me of 1.5 thousand rand, bro.
Just leaving his already broke fan base even more broke. And this just proves my point of J Molley not being a critical thinker. The man was going broke if he wasn't there already. So if he was a critical thinker like he said he was, then why didn't he think about his future and save some cash from the many gigs he chose to perform instead of grinding in the studio for more music? Well, I guess at this point thinking was just beyond saving him, because if those weren't the telltale signs of the man going broke, then the accusations of him wearing a fake Rolex watch on Instagram may finally put a nail on the rapper's already dying career. And it's funny because all of this could have easily been avoided if J Molley decided to pay at the time an 18-year-old American producer. But sadly, he said fuck him. J Molley fans were once again in for another shock when the 18-year-old American producer came out in a cry for help after having his life threatened by J Molley.
Bro, let me tell you something how about life works, right? If you're a rich motherfucker and you're getting money, that doesn't mean everyone around you has to get the same money you're getting because you worked for it. If I'm a rich motherfucker, I'm not going to pay my gardener $1,000 a month to do my garden. I'm going to pay him 500 rand like he's supposed to get, because that's how life works. Just because I can afford $24,000 watches and shit doesn't mean I must pay you $1,000 for a beat. Your beat is worth $200 max. That's how much you probably charge everyone else you sell your beats to. Now because I'm rich, you want to charge me so much. It doesn't work like that, motherfucker. You're supposed to get your $200, which is what it's worth. You're not a producer who's worth $1,000 a beat. You have 800 followers, brother. You're not that good. I've worked with way better producers than you. They don't charge me $1,000 a beat. Don't work like that, bro. You don't know how to do business. You fucked up. And one day, not today, not tomorrow, not next week, not this month, one day I'm gonna find you. I swear to God, bro. I'm connected with the Arabian Mafia. Anywhere in the fucking world, I can get you. So just remember that. It's over. I'm not gonna pay you for your beats. You're not getting your money from me.
Have fans looking at J Molley differently, and at the time when fans went back to rapper's Instagram account, they would also notice that J Molley was flexing with a fake Rolex watch. It didn't make sense to fans for J Molley to be wearing a 24,000 American dollar watch, but still failed to pay the money that he owed to the young producer, which seemed like pocket change to him at the time. So when internet investigators went looking for a reason why he wasn't paying, it led to them discovering that the watch J Molley was wearing on his Instagram was fake.
Coming after a very well-known Instagram page called Fake Watch Buster tagged J Molley in a post saying, "At Hood Pharmacist, in our opinion, that is a fake Rolex GMT Master," also posting his watch next to a real one with a few notes as to why his is fake. Like, for example, the date lens magnification is completely off, the bezel shape is also wrong, and the shape of some of the hands and the crowns as well as the logs are just also wrong.
Bring more trouble to the rapper's life, as he was already dealing with the allegations of him being a scammer. Now he was accused of being a fraud, perhaps God punishing him. J Molley would have no breaks from his already spiraling out of control life. Relationship-wise, things weren't going great either, as J Molley during this time, he would also experience in what seems to be a devastating heartbreak with his influencer girlfriend, Shamiso Musaka, and with the internet even now accusing J Molley of faking his lifestyle and getting all his money from his parents.
This narrative, I talk about it over and over again, this narrative that you think that I'm some rich white kid that's privileged, that buys all this designer and stays at hotels and does all this crazy shit because his parents' money. You are fucked in the head and you superficial and you just close-minded, brother.
Like the end of J Molley's career had already came and went.
So earlier this week, on the 31st of May, rapper Molley went live on Instagram attempting to kill himself. So while he was on the live, allegedly he took 100 Xanax pills, then washed all those pills down with some brandy, and then he also mixed that with still pain. So apparently what caused this suicide attempt is Molley's past traumas. He was saying that he's been molested by some man named Anthony, and obviously having an absent dad. And yeah, he also went on Twitter and said that the only thing that can save him from the suicide attempt is social media influencer Shamiso Masaka. So what was going to stop him from committing suicide was a text from Shamiso. But then somebody went up to where he was staying and they saved him from killing himself, and now he's okay and back on Instagram and Twitter.
Tragically, this wasn't the first time Molley tried deleting himself. In a tweet the rapper shared on his 24th birthday, he would state that, "Happy birthday to me. About a year ago, I died on the operating table after a delete attempt, choking on my own blood coming out of my nose and mouth. By a miracle, I was brought back to life, and I fought for 4 days in ICU." The rapper has been playing Russian roulette with his life since childhood, stating that he has attempted to delete himself almost 200 times and almost dying 14 times before being resuscitated. While saying that he suffers from a borderline personality disorder, the rapper has been battling really dark thoughts and satanic demons, which he said those were the very things that were leading him on a very dark and destructive path. But after sharing the struggles of his mental health online, the rapper would quickly be met with backlash.
If he goes on a live and he says, "Hey guys, I'm going through a lot, I need help," yes, then you can sympathize with him, right? But if he goes on a live and says, "It's done, I'm killing myself," dude, go ahead. We'll bury you, we'll listen to your music, and life goes on. For real. I have no sympathy for people like that, bro.
And that's your true, and that's how you feel. That's genuinely how you feel.
Life is so precious. Do you know how many people would wish to still be alive? And when you want to play with life like that, I'm killing myself. Fuck out of here.
That he was just doing it all for clout, pulling a PR stunt by playing the deleting myself card. The majority of people were not showing any sympathy for Molley. It would seem like people didn't believe in his deleting myself attempt, or they simply just didn't give a fuck.
Who?
Molley.
Aye, bruh. Aye. That money. Okay, sharp. Okay, Emayana. No, I'm not saying him. I don't know him.
Okay.
Mar, those tweets.
Way back.
That guy tweeted. He said, "Hey guys, me, I'm out." Nah. Then he saw the reaction is not too much.
No, man.
45 minutes late. Okay, serious, come on. Then he tweeted again. Guys, come on.
Titi. Dog. Community that man from way.
Oh no.
So let's
Shamiso, come save me.
Of people believing him or not, his buddy Emtee would come to his rescue this time. The roll-up hit maker would quickly hit up his long-time smoke buddy Molley and told him, "Let's make a joint project, gang."
Boy, the house a lot. Gucci label boy. Saruno chief, what you saying? What do? We finna lock in right now the whole goddamn night. We record till 4 a.m. bro. So don't worry. Tape wave. We gonna finish most of the tapes tonight. Tape coming soon. It's gonna be the biggest collab project ever. Like y'all ain't ready.
News of a collaboration between the two of them, Molley's attempts would become a thing of the past, well, at least for now. However, while generating buzz within the local music scene with their upcoming projects, in true Molley fashion, he will take to social media and reveal that despite his efforts, Emtee was just not showing up in the studio. It will turn out that things were not what they seemed to be.
Like, for the last 3 times I tried to do sessions with me, I paid for everything. I bought them KFC. I paid for their transport because I think they don't have no money. So that's why I paid for their transport. They pull up to the studio. I buy them lean because you know lean. Emtee's a lean addict and Saruno. They're both lean addicts. So I buy their lean for them. I watch them sip. You either got Emtee swearing at his fans on live, or he's sleeping. or like he's like passed over and he can't put his shoe on. Like that shit happened for like 5 minutes. Like he lost his shoe, bro, and he couldn't. No, y'all gonna leave me alone.
Nick's gonna watch this thing.
He couldn't put his shoe on. He was bent over for 5 minutes, couldn't put his shoe on. So I've had 3 serious sessions with Emtee in the last week. He couldn't even write 1 bar.
Your friend's addiction problems to the world seems a little bit messed up, to say the least, but this only goes to show that J Molley is willing to publicize every negative thing to the world simply because it will generate him clicks online. First it was his suicide videos, and now he was telling the world just how much Emtee was affecting him by being an addict. To me, it seems like a good friend would probably try and help his friend conquer his addictions, just like how Emtee was doing for J Molley. But I guess we all know that J Molley is very far from being a good friend, let alone a good person. I mean, after all the things J Molley did throughout the years, not one time did he ever acknowledge or apologize to his many victims. The rapper was sadly showing all the symptoms of being a psychopath, a person who has egocentrical and antisocial personality marked by a lack of remorse for one's actions, an absence of empathy for others, and often criminal tendencies. The only thing that came from J Molley exposing Emtee was, well, Emtee also exposing J Molley. Emtee would reveal that J Molley was lying about the whole thing. Well, I guess we all knew that.
I asked for KFC. I don't even eat that mesh and gravy. I must see him. Tasting it, I must see him. Young Teddy, I'm only telling KFC. I must see him.
Told us something we already know, and it's that J Molley was nothing but a white para.
Hey, para lomlungu, lingez abathini.
Point was doing anything in the name of clout, and the weeks that followed, Emtee would also make it his personal mission to destroy J Molley at all costs.
This my city, nigga. This my shit. I'm running for mayor, nigga. Yeah, I heard he ran his ass to Cape Town. Shit, I'm going to Cape Town next week. I'm gonna look for his whole ass. Yeah. You better vacate Cape Town, nigga. Big hustle coming through, nigga. And if you think you got more soldiers in the field than me, you got it fucked up, nigga.
And realizing that he might have survived suicide just to be killed by Emtee, J Molley would issue an apology to his former friend.
But I will apologize on my behalf for all of that crazy behavior. I'm sorry.
But he really pissed at J Molley for always lying on the internet. The big hustler would reject J Molley's apology.
He go against spreading more lies. And niggas are like, he apologized. Nigga, that's not an apology. So fuck his apology.
In the season to ban the man from visiting certain areas, even his hometown, Pretoria.
Number 1, you can't come to Pretoria.
So J Molley trying to take his own life quickly took a wrong turn to Emtee trying to take J Molley's life now. Although at the time of this recording, the beef between J Molley and Emtee doesn't have a definitive ending. But with J Molley announcing that he's done with rap now, even changing his name to Yasheo, I think it's safe to say that this last suicide attempt may have not taken his life, but instead finally killed his already long dead rap career.